Here. Looks like it's working. Hey guys, just wanted to give you one of the final updates of the highways and byways, at least for this particular season. Um, we've been in this season of our lives for 2.5, going to be going on 3 years this summer, and we weren't given a time frame of when it would end. But we think that it's the seasons are changing, and like I believe this remains this season as far as what the mode that the Lord is in for the body of Christ, actually being out inviting all to the on the highways and byways to the wedding feast. That was kind of part of the word I had sensed in my spirit. But for our family, it could come to a close for an end. And even last year, we got the inkling that we'd probably need to be on the homestead for a season and even throughout a winter. So this means building a home, trying to build a home at least. We don't have quite enough to finish a home, but we're hoping to put up a post frame home there in Northeast Missouri at the homestead and then kind of set up a lot of some other things. We might be busy with the home. I'm not sure how much help I will have. I actually don't have enough money to like pay labor for people to build a home, and I think I can do most of the work myself. So could be a slower process, but I know that some people up there might lend a helping hand, and so we'll just kind of put that in the Lord's hands. Hello, Jenny. Good to see you again. We'll just leave that in the Lord's hands. Haven't been on here for a while because not a whole lot has been happening. We were in West Texas, and we now are in the Houston, Texas area, just north of Houston in the Lake Conroe area. And we were here for a couple of weeks, bounced out into the National Forest for a week. Now we're here a couple of weeks. Another after this weekend, another weekend, and then we would like to perhaps boondock on the beach here. There's a beach not too far from Freeport, Texas, that allows RVs to camp on the beach for free. Um, and it's really, really cool. We've done it in the other travel trailer. We haven't tried this big thing yet. It's a little heavier, but I got four-wheel drive. Hopefully, we'll be able to get it down there. And well, we really would like the weather to warm up here a little bit. It's been unusually cold for Texas. And yeah, I think last night was the coldest night. It was supposed to get down to like 23 or 24 degrees or something, which is extreme for this late in the year. For in Northeast Missouri, it was below zero, like -9 or something like that here in the past day or two, a couple of days ago. So, and hello, Vinny and Vince. So we're in a cold season here again in Texas, but it's going to be warming up. This should be the last freeze that Texas gets as of maybe last night or tonight. And we're looking forward to some warmer weather. Like hopefully boondocking on the beach will be actually fun. Like if it gets up into 80, at least 80, if it's not that warm, I don't know if we'd want to head down there. I don't want a bunch of cold, damp, salty, sandy air blowing on me. Too spoiled for that since we've been living in the RV full time. Oh man, yeah, a lot of people have been getting snow. Oh, hello from Moscow there. Wow. We just met, well, I guess they weren't from Moscow, but some Russian speaking people here on the road, on the highways and byways. And we actually met up with them at three different reservations at RV parks, which is unusual. So it's cool to meet them. They're actually from Israel. The Russians speaking from Israel. They also speak Hebrew. And you meet all sorts of people on the road. We hope that, that when we encounter people, that they just see who we are and also who we believe in, coming out through us. And we want to show people the love of God. And that's kind of part of our mission here. Man, I wish I could read Russian though. Um, but maybe it's a particular location. I'm not sure. In any case, last month in Texas, we're planning. I mean, God willing, our plan is to be here till around mid-March or so. Check the weather in Missouri, and if it's holding above 30 degrees at night, to head back to the homestead where we'd like to just kind of start prepping the ground. I need to get a tractor fixed up there. I hope someone can help me get that tractor fixed. Prep the ground, and then we're going to start building out this homestead. we're going to be building a 40-foot by 48-foot home, and I have enough at this point to at least build the outer shell of a post frame home and insulate the outer shell. If we sell this RV that we're in right now, a 38 footer with 3 slides, it's been really good for us. But that would probably help us to finish a lot of the things on the inside of the home, and then I'd need to get a job and have better days than I'm having right these past several days. Had a really hard migraine yesterday. That was the day before yesterday, and even yesterday it just kind of wiped me out after a day of pain like that. Even though I get pain relief, just feel really wiped out the next day. And today was a little bit harsh in the morning too. So unfortunately, but not as bad at the moment. Thought it'd be a good time just to give a quick update. Someone watching from India. Wow, that's cool. Oh yeah, and so greetings from Russia. Cool. Good to hear from you guys. I need more sleep. Yeah, I have a transformed migraine, a migraine that comes back every day. And so at times, different seasons, yeah, I'll look pretty worn out. I feel very tired from that. And so that's the challenge of my life. That's the trial I've been walking through. And just trust that God's going to bring healing and good timing. I am a much better than I used to be on most days. So there is progress in my health. And I hope there's enough that I can actually feel well enough to start building a home by myself with my family. So that's the plan. Migraines, it used to be 24/7. I see that, Jenny. And with absolutely no relief and very, very hard every day. So that was the extreme a few years ago. It's been 7 years total. But here recently, I'd say half or the majority of my days, I wake up without pain in the morning. At least half of the days, which is a huge blessing, a big change from where it was. If you can even imagine no relief from pain like that, except for when you're unconscious, like asleep. So that's a big, it's a big relief, but at the same time, it's still, it hurts a lot, when it comes back, and I feel like it's 2 steps forward, 1 step back. But just trusting that it's going to progress, just going to be patient and learn all I can during this season. Allow God to empty me, to prune me, to do whatever He wants to do, because ultimately I belong to Him, and my family does too. We love Him, and we want His will to be done in our lives. So yeah, He allows His children to go through seasons. In fact, it says He disciplines every child He receives. It also says He chastises. That word chastise means purification. And it also says that He prunes the branches that actually bear fruit. He prunes them so that they bear more fruit. So in this, symbolically and spiritually, we know that these are the things He allows His children to walk through. And so we're to walk through these things trusting and believing in Him and knowing that He still loves us. And this is the challenge. Satan's challenge is to get us to disbelieve, to stop believing that God really loves us. This is this is the big thing. When the snake came up to Eve in the garden, and she said, "But did God say that? I mean, he's kind of withholding from you, right? I mean, because if you do this, you're going to be like Him, and isn't that a really good thing? So is God withholding a good thing? So the whole thing is a question: does He really love you, or is He just, giving you rules for no reason, or you trying to withhold things from you? That's the big deception. But He's not. He loves us. He really does, and we have to hold that faith primary foremost in our brains, our minds, and continue to renew our minds with His truths like that, so that we're not overcome in our souls to this deception and things that want to drag us down. So, yeah, thank you. Yeah, so continue to pray for me in that regard. Continue to pray for my completed and finished healing, because it has begun, and I'm so much better than I was. But man, I always feel like I'm supposed to be a step beyond where I am. So I have to kind of relinquish my, go-getter attitude, do, make happen, to relinquish and surrender that allow him to take me through a process to train me and to patiently walk through something that I have no control over and trusting him the whole time. So that's my goal. Anyway, so last month here in Texas, we'll be headed up to Northeast Missouri. And hopefully the weather's good. We do have some sheep up there. I was concerned about them these past few days. I think we might have someone stop by and put some extra feed. They do have hay, and someone checks on them every now and then. They seem to be good, but appreciate that. God bless you too. Appreciate it. Um, yeah, just haven't did an update in a while, so I thought I'd update people. So that's kind of where the health is at. My family's doing well. They're working on school right now, and every day, all the weekdays, they're a little behind because we had that breakdown early on in the season of travel, and they got a few weeks behind there. So they're still needing to catch up, still working on it. And yeah, what do you do when it's like cold out here in Texas? Not a whole lot. Kind of stay inside. I watch movies, read the word, and videos of sermons and things like that. Also been planning a lot the house build. Wake up in the night and I'm thinking, oh yeah, I need to do this when we build this house. Don't forget to put the faucets on the out, of these locations. Where can I do this? I start thinking all these things. So definitely my mind is on that mode, and we're trusting that God will open that door for us. There will be people there to help us as well. So yeah, hopefully boondocking on the beach in about 10 days. Well, I'll probably bring another update if we do that, because it's just a cool place to be and to show people that experience. And then by mid-March, it's nice to see my mom here. It lives about 8 miles from this location, and some other family members are here. It's really good to see them. That's why we kind of hang out in this area a little bit longer when we're on our journeys. But it could be bringing this season to a close. So we'll just see what God wants to do. I want to connect. I have a really good church family where we meet online through Skype every week. Really good fellowship there. I'm open to those relationships there in Kirksville in person, always. But I'm just going to keep an open mind with where God might lead us with that, and not just get a preemptive idea of this is where we used to be, this is where we would connect, but where does really God want us right now, and how we want to look for Him opening up those relationships to us, where we're actually having fellowship and being the church, not just going to a church building. So that's kind of be our prayer focus as we look toward home, along with the building and planting a garden and getting the rest of the homestead animals and things like that. So that's where we'll be. I appreciate you guys praying for me. Appreciate some of you guys have sent money, and I so appreciate that. Every little bit helps, since I don't have income right now, and we don't have enough to finish the home we want to build for us. So I'm just trusting the Lord, and I appreciate every avenue which He provides, and when we allow ourselves to be the avenue, know that we have eternal blessings beyond what we can see in this life. But even in this life, we reap rewards of that too. And I've had some people tell me that testimony as they've given to us too. So that's cool. And it's not because of us. It's whoever, if you're giving to the Lord where He shows you to give, I believe there's such a blessing in that, and it's especially free will offering. But so I would really love to be working again. I was telling Miranda yesterday, man, or the day before when I had that migraine, I was like, man, if I had a job, I would not be able to go in on that day. It would be quite random, which brings up the question, or proposes the problem of if I have random days like that that are really bad. And so it'd be hard to convince an employer that I'd be probably the best pick for them. So I want to have some better days, and I'm going to have to be building the home. So that's going to take up all summer and maybe a little bit into the fall. In the fall, I'd like to maybe apply to some jobs. Hopefully I'll be feeling better, and because I have a college degree and a lot of experience that I'd like to, let be of use somewhere to be productive and beneficial to other members of society. But just rest that in God's hands. Also, even more so, is the importance of church family, connecting with people, and being about my Father's business of connecting in a way that honors him, and in which he can move in and through us and through others. So that's probably the most important thing in my mind. But with the rest of it, just trusting He's going to provide somehow. Definitely wanting to. It'd be cool. I'd like to. Be so strange to have a regular job after all these years. But I would be happy to do that if I could. I always want to do what I can. Just kind of have doubts when I have those days. Oh, man, how would an employer view this day, and how many days consistently can I work? And it's just so random still a little bit. So anyway, appreciate the prayers. Thank you guys. And if you've stayed on watching this long, I appreciate you. Um, I think that sums it up. I just haven't did much of a update because there's not a whole lot that's happened except for just kind of hanging out. I was able to visit a church here, Grace Church here in Willis, and it was. And I love connecting with that church when we come down, and connecting with the family has been good too. So, and I think Miranda's gonna go out with my sisters and my mom too this coming weekend. So it'd be good for her. And we got to get away for a date too. My mom watched the kids, and that just doesn't happen for us very often. Living on the road, away from home, without knowing many people around, just it kind of takes away some of those opportunities. So it's nice to have family around to do that. And yeah, I think that brings us up to date. And I guess if we happen to make it to the beach, I'll try to do maybe a live update there, and show you guys the beach. And then, man, it's going to be a big change. Now, the whole homesteading thing is going to be, I'll try to do some videos so people keep up with what I'm doing. I used to be a contractor and an electrician, so, and I have a lot of sustainable ideas, and it's going to be a fully off-grid home with solar, and we already got the solar and the batteries and stuff. So it will be pretty exciting to do that for sure. So I'll keep you guys posted. Hopefully I'll be able to do some videos to show you how I'm doing things with that as well, doing all the work myself, or most of it. And then some of the homesteading ideas. I've been using Chat GPT recently just to ask questions about, if I have this amount of acreage in northeast Missouri, how many sheep can be sustained with this amount of grazing land? How much do I supplement with hay in the wintertime? And it's cool that that computer system can generate a lot of good answers, to help you even guide your gardening, and and things like that. So it's pretty cool to discover the technology that would help me out along those lines too, to make my plans. And we'll see. We'll just see what God wants to do next in our lives. Blessings to you guys. God bless you, and be with you. Appreciate you. Have a blessed week, and we'll see you the next time.